Thanksgiving.
University of Michigan sophomore Elliot Boz took an extra test before leaving campus and reuniting with his family in San Mateo, California for Thanksgiving. A negative COVID test. We first met Elliot on campus last week.
My family's at home and, grandparents are back, so I want to make sure that, that I'm cleared before I come back home.
Despite a late plea from the CDC advising people to stay put, he's one of the hundreds of thousands of college students who traveled home for the holiday because staying put wasn't an option. The University of Michigan and many other universities nationwide ended all in-person classes for the semester this week.
I think everybody's kind of in the same situation. I'm not unique in any way in that sense. It's just an extra level of thoughtfulness. So I had to go out of my way, get the test, be diligent about, wearing a mask, washing my hands, and so on.
These are the scenes health experts desperately wanted to avoid. Some 4.8 million travelers passing through TSA checkpoints since the CDC guidance came out last week.
It's pretty tough because I think students kind of around the country are might be thinking differently about this, and everybody wants to see their family. So I think in terms of travel, everybody's trying to do their best about how to travel safely.
Universities across the country set their own COVID testing protocol before students left campus. There are no federal guidelines in place, leaving health officials frustrated.
Young asymptomatic individuals, the so-called silent spreaders, are fueling the epidemic in this country. And so colleges have a responsibility to ensure that they don't unwittingly unleash ticking time bombs into the nation's airports, train stations, and Thanksgiving dining tables.
Elliot's dad, Mike, says the family is comfortable with his son's decision to come home.
He is a responsible kid, and so he got tested, and so that alleviates the concerns. Overall, there is always a risk, but the risk is minimized as much as possible.
Elliot's parents and his 81-year-old grandparents will be together this Thanksgiving. But his older brother, Shura, a college senior in Los Angeles, is not coming home from school.
So what is this Thanksgiving going to be like for you? I bet a little bittersweet having your younger son home, but obviously the full family can't be together.
It's going to be a kind of a partial family. We had other family members who were planning to come, and they're not coming anymore because of spike in COVID. And so it's not just my older son, it's other family members.
It's exactly the kind of holiday precautions Dr. Fauci and other experts are pleading with Americans to make.
To the extent possible, keep the gatherings, the indoor gatherings, as small as you possibly can. We all know how difficult that is because this is such a beautiful traditional holiday. But by making that sacrifice, you're going to prevent people from getting infected.
Sound advice that will extend far beyond Thanksgiving for families with college students home for the rest of the year.
In terms of the grandparents, it's really being thoughtful about when I see them and how I see them, talking with them, sitting apart, or when giving them a hug, just being thoughtful.